Okay, guys, so we're gonna hop right into it. You guys, I finally, got them all in what is called landscape view, whatever. So boom. So I have literally just had my work anniversary on the 16th. I've been with the police department for 7 years. So in 2016, so that makes it, 2 years of having been with the police department. A coworker of mine and me, we had a call at a residence, and basically, we always get, a little bit of a narrative of what's going on. And so basically, it, let us know that, the complainant is complaining about several cars following him all the way from Mississippi. So you're just like, okay, this got to be a 73. And basically, a 73 is someone that maybe has dementia, someone that is confused, just, some type of illness. So we go to the house, and this is a black male, and he is telling us the same story, or the full story. And he basically tells us, yes, I just came back from Mississippi, and three vehicles followed me. He was like, I can't even tell you all the vehicles because I really haven't kept up with it, and I, should do better with a situation like it has been, but I really didn't. So he says that three cars followed him all the way from Mississippi. One was like a small four-door car, one was a Dodge Charger, and one was a Challenger. And the guy was like, they followed him down dirt roads. He stopped at a couple stores. He did this, he did that. And the cars just kept following him. He tried to lose them. He tried to flag down like police on the way to where we live here in Monroe, but nobody would help him. So we already know, like, there's something wrong with this guy. And so, we still are going to humor him, and, just to make sure, this is like not something false. We're just gonna say, hey, if you see those people, let us know, we'll come back. But we did, kind of talk to his mom, and she was just like, he was in the army, and he needed to take his medicine. And I ended up going back to him again, and I was asking him, like, hey, you know what, do me a favor, make sure you take your medicine, but hey, I'm gonna be, basically around the corner. I gotta do a couple reports. So you know, if you see those people, please absolutely call us back, and we're gonna come. We're coming running, okay? And so we left, and we basically I parked probably maybe about 6 blocks away, literally 6 blocks away on the main road. So, and you can literally see his house from the roadway. If you were, going back to his house, you can see his house from the roadway. It's one of those subdivisions. You can see behind the houses, you can see in front of the houses, you can see to the other block that goes out, on the other exit. So, you can see their house really, really clear. I'm sorry, I'm like smacking and whatnot. It's like 11:27 at night. Anyways, so probably maybe about 40 minutes later, and this is pretty late. This is really, really late. I want to say it's maybe after 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. It was really, really late. So again, I said I'm 7 blocks away, and I'm doing my reports. And so we get another dispatch basically telling us, hey, you guys need to, go back over there. He says the people are all around his house, and somebody just went past one of the windows at the back of the house. So, again, remember, I can see, when I get back down the road, I can see behind the houses, I can see down to the other exit. and I can see straight to that house. You cannot miss it. So I zoom on down there, I speed down there. It doesn't even take me 1 minute to get back to the house. And so, I'm just like, okay, cool. Getting out of the car, my coworker made it probably a couple seconds after me. And we walk up to the house. My coworker, we're basically taught not to park directly in front of doors and directly in front of windows and stuff like that, so that if somebody shoots out of the house, we kind of can get back to our cover, or we're at an angle, so that it makes it a little bit harder for people to shoot at us. So my coworker walks at an angle through the yard, and by the time he makes it up to the door, I'm already at the front door, and he's walking past or coming directly in front of the windows in front of the house. And so I hear like arguing, like, you just hear a man and a woman just going back and forth and stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, well, shit, maybe somebody else is, somebody's in here, maybe he's telling the truth, and, somebody got in the back door. And so I literally put I put one hand in the door. I forgot to say the door is kind of ajar. It's kind of ajar. So I put my hand on my radio to key up, and I key up. And soon as I key up to say, dispatch, hold the channel because somebody's arguing, that just kind of lets them know that nobody else needs to get on the radio. So just hold the channel. So soon as I key up, like literally soon as I key up, it just shots go off. And so as soon as the shots go off, we go and we take cover. My coworker goes back to his car, and I go towards the driveway where there's another car at, that's belonging to one of them, and I get behind them. So as I make it, or as I'm running, I do look back at the same time, and I see like the door, when it's moving back just a tad. When I keyed up and we heard the shots fired, I I literally pushed the door open at the same time as I, was trying to go run. And like I could see there was a shadowy figure behind the door. And so, I mean, I couldn't tell you if it was a man, if it was a woman, who was it, but there was somebody behind the door. And so, a guy, which was the same guy that we had spoke to earlier, he came and he sat out on a chair that was on the little porch area. And then you can kind of see a woman at the side of the door as well. So I go back up there because I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know where the shots came from, who the people were shooting. Was it him? Was it her? Was it, those people that he said was following him, if they were inside of the house as well? So I have to save this mom. And, I go and I get her, and, I pull her out of the doorway because we call, the doorway just a fatal funnel. And anybody that's in a doorway, again, you're easiest to get shot. So I run up and pull her to the side so that she's not in the doorway. And as I run up into the doorway area, I see a gun literally on the ground, like still in the doorway, but inside of the house. And so I grab that and I go and I literally put that thing in the trunk because I'm like, well, what the fuck? It has to be one of two people. It has to be either him or it has to be her. But at the same time, not thinking completely of, wait, maybe it's somebody else too. Maybe, these people are still in the house. I'm still going to give them the benefit of a doubt. So next thing I know, I'm like, is anybody else in the house? And the mom is like, my grandkids are in the house. My grandkids are in the house. And, I'm just like, what the fuck? Well, what are we supposed to do? And, again, this is like, I'm a year and a half in. I don't think it was completely my full 2 years, but yeah, I'm like, this has never happened. and everybody is on their way. You hear sirens and everything coming, but I'm just like, I got to make sure like these kids are okay, because she's saying my grandkids are in the house. And so two of the children were just standing there again, but inside of the house in the doorway. And so I grab them, bring them outside, and my coworker, he was a little bit more nervous in this situation, so he was off to the side, but still kind of there. But I grabbed the kids, pulled them out of the house, and pulled them to the side. And by that time, when I got those two out, all of my coworkers, everybody that was working that night made it to the scene. So, long story short, the back door was dead bolted. It was locked. Nobody was inside of the house with them. The mom never said anything besides that her son basically shot the gun, and he was standing directly, next to her. And basically, kind of what he made it seem like was that we were the people that was following him. But at the same time, they knew that we were coming because they had just called the police. And they were both standing beside each other when they called the police. Now, God rest his soul, my captain, he told me, I want to tell you something, but I want to make sure that you're sitting down when I tell you this. I had already seen, like, my head was not my head, but my hand was kind of red. And I don't know, like, if I wiped it or anything like that.
See where it's circling.
On my left hand, that's the hand that I reached to push the door open, and I used my right hand to key up.
You feel that?
My hand was
Ooh,
actually
girl.
grazed, by one of the bullets. He said if you would have raised your hand up probably about another inch, you probably would have lost that knuckle or that finger. So that was one. Then number two, remember I told you that my coworker, he was walking past the window. If he would have probably sped up or slowed down, we don't know where exactly, in relation to him walking, what it would have been, faster, slower, slowed down. But if, he would have been slow or fast, he would have got maybe shot in the head, because the one of the other bullets would have hit him in the head because of the height of where that bullet came out of the window. There was also another baby inside the house, still sleeping, at the end of the call. Still sleeping through all of what happened. He was sleeping inside the house in a bed. And right where the baby was sleeping, probably about a foot above his head, was another little area where a bullet had went through the wall. So God's graces. God's graces is what, has me here talking to you guys today. But that was the time that we got shot at. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Know some people are gonna say like that last little video was, but again, baby, I got receipts, and if I needed to, I would let you hear her talking to me. But she don't like to be on camera talking and whatnot. But yeah, anywho, hope you guys like another one of my cop stories. If you like my cop stories, make sure you comment down below. Okay, bye.